Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Romina and I am currently 37 weeks pregnant and wanted to share the 20 baby names I love but I won't be using for both girls and boys. I actually was going to film this for just girls because, as you know, I am currently pregnant with my second baby boy, but I thought it would be fun to share with you guys 10 girl names and 10 boy names that I honestly absolutely love, but I really don't think I'll end up using. So I wanted to share them with you guys. When picking my son's names, I definitely watched a lot of these videos. So I thought this could be helpful if you're looking for names to name your baby boy or baby girl. Of course, a lot of these names are very specific to the things that I like and you guys might not like that. But I feel like that's the fun with these types of videos, that you can just watch them. And if you like a name, you take it. And if you don't, you leave it. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my list here in my notes, and let's start with baby girl names, shall we? So the first baby girl name that I was definitely going to give this baby if it ended up being a girl is the name of Roma. And if you don't know, when I was in college, I was pursuing an Italian minor and even studied abroad in Italy for a summer. I truly just fell in love with Italy and its culture. And so a lot of these names are Italian. Even my two boys' names are Italian as well, Vito and Richie. So Roma to me is such a cute name. And of course, my name is Romina, Roma. My husband's name is Victor and our son's name is Vito, so I thought that if I had a girl, Roma would be so perfect. And even if I did have a baby girl, I have another name that I'm not sharing on this list, but I just love Roma so much. The second name is Isabella, baby Isabella. I love Isabella. I love all these names. I'm gonna keep saying that, but I just think Isabella is such a cute name. It's also Italian, but I know too many people with that name from like elementary school to family members, and it just wouldn't work out. But I think Isabella is such a cute name. Next name is also with an R and it is Rosalie. My YouTube channel, if you don't know, is Romina Rosa, and Rosa because I love the color red, and that is how you spell red in Italian. So I felt like Rosalie would be perfect for a baby girl's name. I just think it's so cute. And it's not just a name for a baby. I feel like when picking names, I like to think about when they're babies as well as when they grow up, if it's still going to sound good to call an adult like Rosalie. And I feel like Rosalie is really cute. So that is the third baby girl name that I love, but I won't be using. Fourth name is Venezia. And Venezia is Italian for Venice, the city in Italy. I had the pleasure of actually traveling to Venezia when I was studying abroad in Italy. Such a tiny city, and it's so beautiful and such rich in culture that I love not only the name, but the city. And I also love that it has a V like my husband. So when picking our names, we were debating whether to just keep it with V's and R's. And if you've ever looked up names with V's and R's, there's not really many. So I'm giving you guys all of my V's and R's over here. So if you're looking for names with V's and R's, you're welcome. The fifth baby girl name that I love, but I won't be using, is Hazel. This is not Italian or a V or an R, but ever since I was younger, I just love the name Hazel. I think it's super cute for a baby girl, and I love it. There's really no other explanation. I just really been liking that one. That one's been on my list for a very long time. My sixth baby girl name that I love, but I will not be using, is the name Rory. I love the name because one, Gilmore Girls, I love Lorelai and Rory, and two, because it starts with an R. So I thought this name was perfect and I could potentially name one of my future children Rory, but we actually know someone who just named their daughter Rory around the same time Vito was born, so we would absolutely not do that just because we already know a Rory. But I love that name. It's so sweet and it reminds me of Gilmore Girls, and I love that show to pieces. So the next baby girl name I love is Stella. Stella is very similar to Isabella, but I don't think I really know anyone with that name aside from like Vanessa Hudgens' little sister. Stella I think is just such a pretty name, but of course with like the beer Stella or the wine Stella, it's just like, I don't know if I would give that name to my daughter, but I do really like it. I think it's really cute. So that is another name. Then another city in Italy that I love as a name is Capri. And Capri is actually the name of that little girl whose name is Rory. And we love Rory so much. I love her name. So if you're watching right now, I absolutely love Rory's name. And I have actually been to Capri in Italy, and it was probably one of the best experiences. Well, best and probably worst, because I almost drowned in Capri. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, I absolutely love how beautiful Capri is. I would like to name future baby girl Capri, but I probably will not be using this name. The next name I have is Magia. I think Magia is just such a unique, pretty Italian name. It doesn't have an R or a V, but every time I say it, like Magia, Magia, I just think it's super cute. Sounds elegant to me, and I definitely love it. So that is another name. And then the last baby girl name that I love, but I will not be using under any circumstances, is the name Milan, which is another city in Italy. I've actually never been to Milan. When I studied abroad, we didn't end up doing an excursion there, but I have one of my best friends, Paula. Her daughter is around my son Vito's age as well, and her name is Milan. So I not only love the name because it's a city in Italy, but it's also my niece's name. So yeah, love that name, but I will not be using it. Those were all of my girl names. Now moving on to my favorite boy names. Once again, a lot of these names are going to have V's. I've tried to look for R names and I haven't had much luck. So definitely let me know if you know any names that start with R's or V's that you think I would like, because I'm always adding new baby names to my list. Number one is Valentino. I really like Valentino because it has a V, it is Italian, and the only thing is that I know someone named Valentino, and I feel like when you know someone, you always relate that name to that person, like I've mentioned with the baby girl names. So we would probably not name him that, but I do think is very cute. The second boy name that I love, and this was almost Vito's name, is Nico. It was actually almost Vito's name, and then it was almost Richie's name as well. I just think Nico, I don't know, ever since I was little, I've loved the name Nico when I heard it once. And I don't actually know someone named Nico. I think I might have known of someone whose name was Nico, and I just always thought it was a cute name. But will we use it? I don't think so. Their name is Luca. I actually know of someone from like I think middle school whose son is named Luca, and he's around the age of Vito. He was actually born before Vito, so when I saw like the announcement, I was thinking of potentially naming Vito Luca, and as soon as I saw the announcement, I was like, I can't do that. I don't know, I just think it's, I wouldn't mind someone naming their kids like my kids' names, but I just thought it was a little weird, so I was like, okay, Luca's out of the question, but I really do think that's a cute name. The fourth name that I love, because it has an R, and once again, I don't really see many R names that I like. Victor hated this name, I don't know why, but I think it's really cute. The name is Rowan. I think it's cute. The only thing is that most of our family speaks Spanish, and so to translate Rowan, it would be like Rowan, Rowan, and it doesn't roll off the tongue. So I feel like that's why Victor doesn't like it, but I think Rowan is so cute. I think it's such a cute name. Then another name that I really like that starts with a V is Vinicius, baby Vinicius. I actually have a friend that I studied abroad with whose name is Vinicius, and I really like it, and I think Victor also liked it as well, but that's probably not a name that we would choose for our son, although it is really cute and it starts with a V. At least to me, I really like Vinicius. And I think Victor liked it because it was like some soccer player's name, which is definitely how my husband is. Like, if I give him a name and he automatically thinks of a soccer player that he doesn't like, he's like, no, because of this soccer player. Or if I give him a name that of a soccer player that he does like, then he'll like it. I don't know. Man, am I right? The next name that I love that is Italian, but we probably won't be using is Francesco. I also like Francesca, but I feel like as a boy name, it just sounds so cute, like Francesco. And I remember our Airbnb host for one of the Airbnbs we had in Rome, his name was Francesco, and I feel like that was the first time that I actually heard it and knew of a person whose name was that, and I really liked it. So Francesco is not a name we'll be using, but I do really like it. Then another baby boy name that we were really thinking about using was Vanny. And this isn't a name that's super popular or anything. I really don't know how we found it, but I thought it was cute because it started with a V, as well as my sister's name is Ivana with double N, and Vanny has double N, and I think she did like it as well. I do think it's really cute. The only thing with Vanny is that it sounds cuter as a baby, like baby Vanny, but not so much as like a grown adult, if you think about it. So that's also why we kind of nix that. Then another name that I really like that starts with an R is Renzo. I like this name, I really do, and I think Victor did as well, but we didn't end up going with that name, but I do still think it's cute. I also like Enzo, which is my half-brother's name. I do have a half-brother, his name is Enzo, and so I thought Renzo was cute because it had the R, but we're probably not going to be using that name. Then the second to last name that I have here is Baby Dante. And this is an Italian name. I really like it. And it's just so cute, like Dante. But it's just one of those names that you really like, but you will most likely not name your son that. So yeah, that's another name to the list, Baby Dante. And then last but not least, this name I really love, but Victor does not like it at all. And it is Baby Giulio. I also really like Giulia spelled like this. It is Italian, but Victor, I don't know if it's the spelling or how you say it or what it really is about it. He doesn't really like it. So as soon as I told him about it, he was like, no, we're not doing that one. But I just think Julio is cute. It's like Julio in Spanish, which means July. Those were the 20 baby names that I love, but I will not be using for my future children. Actually, if I end up having more kids in the future, I might end up going through this list and picking one out because I truly do love every single name. But as of now, I'm not going to be using it, so I thought that I would share with you guys for you to have more ideas. I do think most of these names are pretty unique to my particular likes and whatnot, but I also do think that they are very beautiful and maybe you guys would like to add them to your baby name list. So thank you so much for watching this video, and definitely subscribe for more baby content. As I mentioned, I am about to give birth in just a short amount of weeks, and I'm going to be making a lot more content, especially 2 under 2 content, since my son Vito is 18 months right now. If you would like to join me for that journey, definitely subscribe. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if you know of any other baby names that you think I would like, or even tell me your favorite baby names, because I'm always adding to my baby name list. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.